Welcome to my knitting channel. This episode is for clue 3 of the mystery Musikal Stephen West Mystery Knit Along 2025. I have finished clue 3. I know pretty much everyone's done except for me. I haven't started clue 4. I'm right at the end of clue 3. I wove all of my ends from clue 3 in, and then I was looking over clue 4 and deciding, I rewound all of my colors and weighed everything to see where I was at. And I have pretty much 50 grams of everything left. It's like 48 or 46. Hold on. I do have it written down. I hate editing so quick in that freaking episode. Okay. So for color A, I have 48. For B, I have 45, C 51, and D 57. So D is blue, which is my least favorite of the colors. I don't really care for blue unless it's like a turquoise or like a teal, but I kind of count teal as green. So in the clue 4, spoiler alert, one of the brioche bands is blue. Dominant, because the brioche is a main color and then a contrasting color. So one of the main colors for, I think it's the second one, is blue, going to be blue for me. And I was trying to redo everything, the stripes and the brioche bands. I was trying to figure out a way to not have blue be a giant part of the brioche bands. Just because I don't like blue. I like this blue, it's fine. It's not one of my favorites. So I went through every version of, using different colors, different places. And nothing was working. And then I wanted green to be more dominant. But green is my color B, which is my lowest, which is 45. So between 45 and 57, that's an extra 12 grams, right? So that's an entire bind off. And then I was thinking, instead of binding off in 2 colors, why don't I bind off in all 4 colors? What difference does it make? Since my bind offs are kind of tight anyway, is that going to make any difference? I don't know. But then I'd rather just do bind off in 1 color. I'd rather not even do 2 colors. So it might be blue. My bind off might be blue just because it's going to be what I'm going to have the most of. So when I went back over all the different variations of using the 4 colors with the yardage I have left or the weights I have left, the only way I could make it work is if I did exactly what Stephen West did, and I think that's how he chose the color order that he did, was based on how much. But his yarn seemed to be, I think in the pattern it said he had about 30 grams of everything left, or something like that. I have almost 50 grams of everything left. So, I'm not sure. But I think that's why, because what he has C and D, which are my 2 least used colors so far, right? C and D are the highest. He has those as both a main color of a brioche band and a contrasting color of the brioche band, and the brioche band takes up more yardage than the stripe. And so the purple and the green are one part of the brioche and then they get a band. So just by the weight left, I have to follow the pattern, which is fine. It's not really a problem, right? I like all the colors together. It doesn't really matter. But I was trying to get out of having the blue band, and I can't get around it. I mean, the only way I can get around it is I'm looking at it now, and I can't. Unless the blue is going to be a contrasting color for 2 brioche bands, which I don't want it to be, then I can't get around it. So I'm just going to have to do it as written, I guess. So anyway, let me show you what my what clue 3 looks like. So clue 3 started with the, what did he call these? I don't know. This diamond part. Am I going to be able to see anything? It's so dark. These diamonds coming off the scallops, right? This right here. These diamonds. Took me 2 weeks to do. I did 1 week, and then the second week that was supposed to be clue 4. I was still on these. It took me almost 2 weeks. And then this took me a couple of days. This was the second half of the clue. This is the slip stitches short rows. I didn't do them in the same order he said. I did them because all throughout I've kind of been it started with here, right? The purple, green, and the blue. Purple, green, blue, purple, green, blue. But it was opposite here. So then here I did the way he said, and then here I did, because if I did what he said, it was going to be this purple, green, purple, blue, green. Over here we have purple, blue, green, and I didn't want to do that again, so I did purple, green, blue. So it wouldn't be the same, because I didn't want it to be the same as this. Purple, blue, green. Purple, green, blue. So I just switched B and D, so it would not be the same as this. Then, as I'm looking at this, the whole thing, this way, gorgeous, right? I hate my mohair dare. I hate the mohair dare. Look at how much it brightened up the green. It's like a focal, right? Like I want this. I want these two where you can't see that the gold's in there. So I think I might just pick them out, which is gonna suck. It's gonna suck so bad. But I already pulled out the ends, to see if I could even find the ends. And so these, what do you call these, welts? I was calling them wefts, and that's hair. I think he called these welts. So this is just a stockinette panel folded in on itself. So I don't think it'll be hard. If I just follow the V's and go, it's going to be tedious more than anything. I don't think I'm going to mess anything up. I was going to block it first, though, and then pull these out, because then the stitches will be relaxed and bigger. So I should be able to pull them out better. All in all, I love this. I love the colors I chose. I think I might... Who's meowing? Oh, Kitty's outside. Not outside. Not in this room. I closed the door. I might like this even better than my Geo Gradient, which I use the same yarn for, just different colors for the Geo Gradient. This is Sweet Georgia Yarns Tough Love Sock. I like it even better. I love this low contrast. I love this just... I even think the black works. I didn't think the black was going to work, but in the fact that it's the background here and here kind of makes it work. So I don't know how well it works here, if the black is too overpowering the colors. And it's right between the two darker, you know, the blue and the purple are the darker. Maybe if it was between like blue and green, it might not have looked so dark. I don't know. If I pull it back, can you even see? But I feel like the black next to the blue and the black next to the purple for sure, like, really makes it hard to see. Like, if it had been right here, I probably should have done it in between the blue and the green to make it pop more. It's just so hard for me when we're in the middle of this to look at it like that and go, oh, we should change that. But I should have. But you don't know what's coming next, and you don't know what's going to matter and what's not. But this mohair is sending me. I hate it so much. Like, it's just so bold and bright, and I love this green so much. And I think it's like taking away from the green. Do you think it like ruins the green? Do you think it ruins it? Like, it's too... Is it like too golden and takes away from the dark of the colors? I feel like it just... I mean, it doesn't matter. It's a shawl. It doesn't matter. But I'm like, I keep going back to that feeling when I did the first one. And then I did this, because this is the first one, and then I did the second one, and I like the second one without it so much. And I was like, before I finished the second one, I was like, should I pull this back and redo the first one without it? And I was like, no, it's fine. It's going to be fine. And now I'm like, I really should have just trusted my instinct when I was like, I don't like this. But it's a shawl that I'm probably never going to wear, so who cares? Like, it's kind of pointless to pull it out, right? It's just leave it how it is, and it's fine. I can't get rid of it. I can't pull everything back, because this is why I don't like modular knitting, because if you make a mistake like this, you can't just easily drop your stitch down and fix it, or once you're done with the section, that's it. That section is locked in, and that's it. You can't do anything else. I wish I had changed I wish future me could go back and be like, no, you don't have a green mohair in your stash. No, you don't. I remember the second where I was like, I think I have green mohair in my stash. And I went to grab it after I had said, I'm not doing a mohair dare. And I know myself. I knew not to do it, and I did it anyway because I got caught up in it. I got caught up with Stephen and his color opportunities, right? Anyway. I like it. I think it's gonna look great. Now I just have to buckle down and do 3 brioche sections and 2 stripe sections. I think those are but there's like 400 something stitches all along here. This is my longest cord too. This is the 50-inch cord. I don't think a cord longer than this exists in my interchangeables. So I can't stretch this out. It's as big as it gets. So I'm probably going to do this, and then, because what's my last brioche is black and green. So I could bind off with blue. I probably will bind off with blue just to make it easy on myself. I'm not looking forward to the bind off. Like two color brioche flat is not my favorite thing to do. If I'm going to do two color brioche, I want to do it in the round because it's so much easier in the round. It's so much easier in the round to do two color brioche. I thought I saw something moving. Did I see something moving? I thought I did. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I'd rather do it in the round because it's easier. But I don't know how long it's going to take me to get through 3 brioche bands. Baby! 3 brioche bands is probably going to take me a while. And also my next project besides West Knits Pet Knits 2 was released Thursday, a couple days ago. So I bought that because I have 3 dogs and I have Pet Knits 1. So I was going to do dog sweaters, but I forgot that next on my list is a cardigan for me. And I still have to hank up the yarn because they're in skeins. I got to hank it up and then dye it before I can even do it. So I'm giving myself 2 weeks to finish the brioche bands and the bind off for this and dye the wool for my next project, which will be a cardigan. I also found, oh my God. Okay. So next, which is all to say, I will start, my episode's back up in 2 weeks. So I'm not going to be done in a week. I'm not going to put that pressure on myself to be done in a week. Well, actually it's less than a week because today is Saturday. I'm not going to be done with this by Tuesday to show you Wednesday. So I'm not going to record next week. I will record the week after and this should be done. And I should also be dyeing or be ready to dye the yarn for my next cardigan, which I, for the life of me, don't know. And then I'm also going to do, in 2 weeks in that episode, I'm going to show you what I have planned for the rest of winter, for winter projects. Because I found some stuff that I want to do. So I'll do that too. This cat really wants in here. Maybe he's hungry. Okay, anyway. Clue 3 finished. Clue 4 about to start. So many ends. Do you see all of these ends? I wove in everything, but I don't cut till after I block. So this part, I think I just went through for all of these ends here, I just went through, I remember weaving these in because I was watching Bram Stoker's Dracula with Winona Ryder, Keanu Reeves. So I kind of braided them all through the back of the I-cord and then left them out as the next color. So like it starts with purple, right? So I did purple. Then when I came to green, I added in green. Then I added in blue. And then when I came to the purple, the next purple, I left out the old purple, the first purple. Wait, I started here. So same thing, but at the other end. So when I came to the purple, I dropped the old purple and picked up the new purple. And then dropped the old blue and picked up the new blue so I could keep track. So this entire, all of these ends are in the I-cord side, the I-cord edge, because this is full of slip stitches and holes, so I couldn't get it go back in there to get it, and I couldn't weave it in as it was going. These I wove in as going, so then I only had the black ends to weave in on the side, and I think those two went through the I-cord side. So yeah, really thrilled with the color choice. This is every year I do this, as long as I like my color choice, I'm fine. As long as I enjoy how the colors are, the colors I chose, which is a hard thing. We've been over this, right? How hard it is for me to choose colors because I just want it to be black. I really just want it to be black. I want it to be just plain black. The deepest, darkest black. But I don't think I've ever seen a Stephen West pattern, certainly a shawl, that I would say that would look great in just black. None of them. Maybe the smaller ones that are a single color, but his are always so colorful, and the color really, like, the design depends on color, especially when you're doing slip stitches. I guess you could just have that texture. I guess you could. Less chance to see your mistakes, for sure. You could, I guess. Maybe one day I'll try. Maybe one time. If I'm able to do more of these, if I'm still around and clear-headed enough to do these, maybe one time I will be like, I can't come up with colors to do, and then I'll just be like, fuck it, let's just do black. I'll just do it in black, and then I'll probably like only have to dye like 2 skeins and be able to do it all black. Then dye up some black mohair and be like, I'm gonna mohair dare the whole thing. That sounds super fun, doesn't it? I think I should do that next time. I think that should go in someone remind me of that I should do all black with mohair dare. That sounds like a good idea. There's a lot of chances for mohair dare in here, and I only did mohair dare on this part. Like I told you last week, not my favorite because it took the black that was tonal and made it flatter, and it made it just deep dark black. And I feel like here in these 2 sections you can really see the tones in the black. You can see how it's more, not just straight black. You can see that it's more like the other ones. It's got more variation to it. And even in this part too, you can see, maybe you can't, but I can see the variation in the that the black's not flat. It's not deep dark black and flat. I can't wait to wear this. Have you seen it draped on people, like the finished one? I'm dying. This is such a cool. I had no idea where he was going in any part of this. I was like, I don't know where we're going. Lots of short rows. I feel like you can always count on stripes. Stripes. I-cord everywhere. I-cord start, I-cord sides, I-cord bind off. Just I-cords everywhere. Which I hate. I don't ever do I-cords except for these. It's the only time I do. I freaking hate I-cords. And stripes, short rows, modular, right? Brioche. I feel like those are always going to be. If you don't like those, you're not going to like the MCal. But I think we can always count on all of those things happening for the MCal, for the shawl MCal, like every time. I think it's so funny that there's always a brioche substitute too. I'm like, why? And if you notice, it's always like just garter. It's just garter. Like he's just given up. Like, fine, you can have garter. If you don't want to do brioche, you can just do garter. I love it. Yeah, I'm digging this. I'm digging all the different. It's just Stephen West. It's what you come to expect. All the different textures, all the different colors. everything playing together. Was I right though? This is the top, right? I was right that this is the top. That I thought this was the top because I cord sides. But then he made us work off this whole I-cord, which I love the look of this I-cord running up through here. It's just freaking gorgeous. Really, really pretty. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna get going so I can work on this. And I don't think I'm even gonna edit this video. So 26 minutes, 26. I'm getting cold in here. I gotta turn the heat back on. Anyway, I'll be back in 2 weeks, and we'll go back to our scheduled 2 weeks. Nobody watches, so it doesn't matter, but I'll be back in 2 weeks. Hopefully this will be done, and I'll have hopefully dyed my sweater. It's just, I'm just gonna dye it black, and I need a black. This is my black cardigan. This is bulky though, and it's not my favorite. It's very heavy. Not a big fan of bulky, so I'm gonna do worsted weight, and then I'm hoping after that to do fingering weight. Fingering weight cardigan scares me because that's a lot of sleeves. That's a long time doing a sleeve, and I'm not sure about it. I'm gonna have to find like a really like a fingering weight sweater that has a lot of, well, it doesn't matter because I'm just gonna take my gauge for fingering weight and do whatever I do for the DK weight one that I'm gonna make first. DK or worsted, I'm not sure. It's gonna be on 4s, so probably DK, because I like that. That gives me I know that worsted weight on a 4 gives me, DK or worsted on a 4 gives me a good good drape that I like. So I'll just use that finished those finished measurements as a guide to doing a fingering weight one. I just don't know how I want to do, because I was thinking, like, should I do a 2-strand, like a double strand fingering weight first, and do like a marled thing, like a marled fade, or, but then that's the same as like worsted weight, like that's not going to be any lighter. But I guess this one I'm wearing, this is ice, right? Iced cardigan, ice cardigan. It's a knitty. I'm just thinking that I don't like it because it's bulky, and also I didn't put buttonholes or a button on it, but I don't like bulky yarn. I don't like bulky yarn. I don't like bulky knits. I really don't. I like fingering weight knits. But I think a DK or a worsted cardigan is going to be warm enough for me for winter, and I don't know that I want to go, if going to a fingering weight is going to be warm enough for me in the winter. But that's where something else comes in, so we'll talk about that next week. Actually, I'm going to write down in my notes that that's what I want to talk about for our next episode. So our next episode will be planning winter knits, because I'm not even sure which cardigan I'm doing. I still got to figure that out. Okay, that's it for now. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Okay, take care of yourselves. Bye.